The lack of preparation that leaders feel, followed by the absence of improvement based on that delusional development, in sum total, makes many leaders feel like imposters. So you walk around every day and you look at these amazing, effortless leaders, or you think of the best boss you've ever had, and you think, how is it so easy for them, but it's so hard for me? What am I missing? Most leaders secretly are afraid of screwing up. They're afraid their team is talking about them when they leave the room. Or when they enter the room and everyone's quiet, it's just like middle school, right? You say, oh, were they talking about me? And you're also afraid of letting down the person who selected you for your role in the first place. Unfortunately, I said these fears are universal, but they're accurate. The fears are accurate. So as we said in the introduction, I'm a little bit of a leadership geek, and one of the things I like to do in my spare time is read really, really detailed research studies. And the reason I do that on the topic of leadership is because leadership matters. Leadership has a strong empirical link to the effectiveness of organizations. Now the problem is, a certain percentage of leaders are ineffective, right? So this gets back to the idea that the fear is not just in your head. At your table, I want you to just have verbal Tourette's and tell everyone what percentage of leaders on this slide that you think are ineffective. Just name a percent. Okay, go. We have some pessimists in the crowd, I can see. All right, so once you finish guessing, do you want to know the answer? The true, real answer? So you can place bets if you want to. Ready for it? Here it is. 50%. All right, so come back to me. 50% of leaders are ineffective. I will tell you what that means. That means that 1 out of every 2 of you in this room is ineffective in some way as a leader. And it's very funny, right? You laugh, it's hysterical, but oh my God. Leadership impacts the bottom line. So leadership impacts the bottom line. This is why you should care. This is why this 50% statistic matters. One of my favorite studies that I think just bottom lines the impact of leadership was done, funnily enough, at a Fortune 500 commercial bank. So Bankable leadership. What they did is they took the top 10% of leaders and the bottom 10% of leaders, and they based it off of 30,000 ratings of performance from the employees that worked for these people. And they looked at the profitability of their divisions, or their units, or their offices. And here's what they found. Again, psychology is a study of averages. So on average, the bottom 10% of leaders had a $1.2 million net loss on average, and the top 10% of leaders, on average, had a $4.5 million net profit on average, more than just the average leader. So if you think about the financial impact of that, it is huge. And we've all been in organizations where the leadership makes the company tank, right? Sometimes it takes a long, slow death, but bad leadership matters. It can't go on in a company and have the company really be sustainable in the long term.